Alright, so for my rib base, I'm going to make a little dry rub, put in this little bowl, and that's going to be what I'm going to make my ribs with, so it could be even all throughout the ribs, basically. So, yep. Here I'm starting with the Larry seasoning, then on to the onion powder, then the thyme, because we always got time, you know what I'm saying? And then we're going to hit it with the herbs de Provence. I love this herb so much. I have a little lavender in it, a little marjoram, a little sage. I love this spice so much. And then after that, now I'm about to add a little bit of garlic powder. Then I'm gonna add a little paprika for that little smoky tang, you know what I mean? And a little coloring too, you know? Some dried parsley flakes. Some dried red chili flakes for that little heat, you know? A little kick in that. And then some black garlic salt. It's hard to get out of there, so it's barely anything coming out. And then I'm going to use some sazon. Yeah, I canceled out the adobo for that. I was like, nah, let me just use the sazon. Sazon make everything better, you know? And then I'm going to mix around the spices. Get a nice little whiff of that, you know, fragrance. Add some brown sugar. The brown sugar is going to help with the caramelization and help to balance out that heatness, you know what I mean? Make sure the brown sugar get a little clumpy, so, you know, make sure you really break it down. All right. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I tasted it and I really like it. So now I'm gonna add a little mojo, criollo. I'm gonna add this for the acidity factor. You can sub it out for some apple cider vinegar if you like, and just up the spices. Yeah, so I'm shaking it all up because the garlic and everything in the bottom of this marinade is just sitting at the bottom. So you gotta make sure you shake it really good. I'm just gonna add about a teaspoon or two and mix it all up just to get a little wetness to it, so that way it can lather on my ribs, you know? Now it's time to get the ribs and season these bad boys. Make sure you rub your meat very well, you know what I'm saying? The way you beat your meat to be tender, you need to rub your meat to be flavor. So, yeah, rub all the that. Make sure you get all the herbs and salts, the spices. Yes, Judy. Yeah, baby. You know, get it all up in the ribs, and yeah, massage it until you are tired and you feel as though your meat is pleased. Okay, so now that my ribs been rested for some time, I'm going to use some salted butter. You know what I'm saying? Take the paper out the way. Yep. It happens. Now, grease the heck out this pan because we don't want the ribs to stick. It has some fat on it, but it's not that fatty. You know what I mean? So we're going to butter this pan up and add some flavor to, you know, get up in these corners, get in those corners. I didn't want to overcrowd the pan, so I'm using two, and I'm going to put the two rib sections separately into the two different pans. You get what I'm saying? So let me speed this up so you already know you know how to do this already. Okay, make sure you get all the spice. Even though the sauce is the star of the show, you know what I mean? Just get all the flavor that you can. And don't waste your seasonings. Don't waste your seasonings. So make sure you lather it all up on the ribs. Now, after I make sure I, put all the seasoning on it, time to put it in the oven for some time. Now to the sauce. See that? Yes. Okay. So we're going to start off by putting a little bit of butter in the pan. 1, 2, maybe one more. So I put about 3 pieces of butter in there. About 3 teaspoons, whatever you want to call that. With Sweet Baby Ray's. I ain't making it from scratch because Sweet Baby Ray's is all right with me, okay? So I'm putting my little Sweet Baby Ray's to balance out all that heatness that was in the ribs. And then to thin it out, I'm going to add a little, you guessed it, or maybe not, pineapple juice. You did. I put it in the frame. It was in the frame before. So I put a little pineapple juice in there. And now for the real secret. The good, the star, the Jack. You can substitute it for Hennessy, whatever you prefer. Whatever brown you like, do it. But I love me some Jack Daniels. So I'm going to throw that in there. And also, if you like real sweet barbecue, they have a maple honey jack. Maple or honey. You could substitute it for one of those if you want to go for more of a sweeter taste. I wanted mine to be a little more savory, so I stuck with the regular Jack Daniels. Now I'm going to stir it with the fire on high. I'm trying to bring it to a quick little, boil kind of. And then after that, I'm going to just taste it. And then probably later on add a little bit more pineapple juice and a little more Jack. But yep, so far, this is exactly what I like. And I'm keeping it as is. Now, I'm going to move on to the side. But first, an extra shot of Jack. We need it. That's the star of the show. Now, whisk, 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 whisk. Until the next we go. Bam! Would you believe I got these huge potatoes from BJ's? I had to get them. I've never seen potatoes this big before. So I'm going to be using these 6 spices and this little olive oil. I'm about to lubricate my potatoes. And then put a little onion powder on it. A little paprika, a little black pepper, a little thyme, and a little garlic powder. And I'm going to add the black garlic salt. And salt the hell out your skins because you want the flavor to be everything. And these are some big potatoes, so don't be scared of some flavor. Trust me, you can't go wrong. It's going to be baked, so it's going to have time to seep, so it's going to be good. So let me just speed this part up. You get the gist of it. And I'm going to lather even more oil just to make sure that the seasonings, can be spread throughout the whole potato. And like I said, you need that salty skin, and the top of this thing does not allow the salt to flow through, so yeah. Let's speed it up. Okay, so after we dropped all that seasoning in, we're going to take our fork and stab the hell out this thing. Take all your anger out on it. Whatever frustration you have throughout the day, just stab it up. Stab it up. These some big potatoes, so I'll be here for a while because, gotta make sure it's cooked all the way through. And, also, little flavors will seep up in there and steam it up really well, so I'm gonna be here for a while. Just stab these potatoes. So let me just speed it on up. Alright, now I'm about to tell you that the skin has to be nice and flavored with salt. I don't want to add more extra salt, so I'm going to add my next favorite spice, which is the roasted garlic and herb. And see, I love garlic, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. And then, yeah, I speed this up on up. Remember, guys, I said you have to make love to your food. I was massaging the hell out of this potato because it's gonna treat me back. Lovely. Yo. Okay, don't mind the walls, you know. I cook daily and the heater is literally located next to the stove. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm gonna be putting a little whole milk to the pot. Then I'm going to add like a little hint of heavy cream. Because I want the liquid to be as thin as it can be to make the noodles as tender as it could be. But my whole point of trying this method is for the creaminess. So I'm going to be putting heavy cream and a little bit of milk. And then after that, I'm going to just be adding my little spices to it. So the spices I'm going to be adding are a little Himalayan salt. You can see it. It's very pink. Then I put a little black pepper in there. And of course, one of my favorite spices I cannot cook without it, which is, you guessed it, garlic. Put a little garlic powder up in there. Shake it all up. And then I'm going to just let it come to a nice little sim boil. And then I'm going to add my noodles. Okay, now it came to my simmer boil. I'm adding my noodles. I love these noodles. Oh my God, I love these noodles so much. Just because of the fact that the macaroni have little ridges around the noodle. So I feel as though it just sticks to your fork better. It grabs onto sauces better. It just tastes a little different in your mouth. You feel little textures going on. I love this pasta. So now I added the pasta. And I'm going to just... I'm going to keep an eye on it because this milk is not water. You know, milk gets a little weird. It clumps up. It acts weird. Not clump up. It kind of gets a little, you know, foamy. And it start burning on the side. So you want to check out for that. So I'm just going to stir it often. And just keep an eye on it until it's tender. And once it's tender, then we can go on to the next step. Keep an eye on it. Remember, this milk is, you know, it gets like this. You see? You see it. So you got to make sure you keep an eye on it so therefore you constantly stir it. Or else your noodles is just going to stick to the pot. You're going to have a large mess on the stove that you got to clean. And this is just going to be a fail. So keep an eye on it and keep stirring. And the end result is going to be delicious. Let me stop. I can't be the only one that think my jokes are funny. All right, whatever. So it's starting to stick a little bit like I told y'all guys earlier. So you got to keep an eye on it. I'm going to have to add some milk. Now I'm testing out the texture of the noodle. Not soft at all. So I'm going to throw it right back in the pot. Because it's me eating this. So I can do whatever I want. You know what I'm saying? It's me and my family eating this. So I'm going to keep an eye on the noodles and then add some milk. So continue to stir. And the fun part is around the corner. Now I'm gonna test out my noodles. Yep, sliding off the fork with ease. So it's the perfect texture. Now from the fun part, I'm gonna add some my Italian cheese blend. It consists of like mozzarella, Parmesan, Reggiano, and yeah, it's a real good blend. And then on top of that, I have some Gouda, because I want to make a white, creamy mac and cheese to load the potatoes. So I have some Gouda slices. I'm gonna take about let's say 3 slices to start off. I'm gonna break it up, and then seeing the texture of the mac and cheese, and the heavy cream will help with the creaminess factor of this all. So I'm just gonna stir it, taste, and see if I have to adjust anything. But yeah. And key. Once the noodles are soft and you're adding the cheese, you could put the fire on very, very low. And once you put the rest of the cheese in, turn off the fire. Turn it off, because cheese gets really weird. It gets really weird when you're cooking it with the fire on. So turn off the heat, and trust me, the heat that's already in there would take care of the pasta the way you want it to be taken care of. But you see the cheesiness of that? You see that? Cheesy white mac and cheese? You see that? I'm telling you, turn off the fire. Okay guys, so the potatoes been in the oven for about an hour and a half, the least I would like to say. So now I am going to turn the potatoes around, make sure it gets all that good juice that we had in there of the seasonings and the olive oils. Just making sure, you know, a lot of the seasonings ran off. So I'm just gonna make sure it's evenly coated. And then now I'm gonna just have to try to find a way to split my potatoes because it's tender. I'm going to split it open. You see how nice and soft that is? It's nicely cut, like, oh, so good. Okay, so we're going to part the potatoes and scoop out the insides. Save the insides, okay? Save the insides. Don't throw it out. It is good, I promise you. I think it's hot. It's so hot. I was trying to be cute, but it's hot. Because they're big potatoes, if they have like, you know, little weird stuff I don't like going on, but also they also have like the seasonings that see through the skin, so you have to know which one is like potato extra skin, whatever the case is running in the potatoes, and what's the actual sauce. So I'm just scooping all this out right here, scooping all that out. I'm not reserving that because it makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm gonna scoop that out, reserve the good parts of the potato, and then I'm gonna load it up. This is a rib. See how tender that is? Woo! I don't want to touch it too much. Okay. So now I'm going to drizzle the barbecue glaze on it. And then I'm going to plate it. And I'm going to come right back and show you what I'm doing. And this is the vegetables I'm reheating. Yeah. Alright, guys. Alright. Made some Jack Daniel ribs. Here's some loaded baked potato with mac and cheese, mac and white cheese.